Welcome, patrons. About an eon ago, I got a request to talk about Chevaliers. This is about the time where I show the comment, but it seems that I have lost the screenshot of it in the ocean of unsorted files within my computer. So, mysterious person, wherever you are, this video is for you. History. We don't know much on how they were started, although I believe in-game there is more knowledge, they just haven't told us yet. The first Empress of Orlais, Empress Genevieve I, created what was called the Empress's Arm, a group of the bravest and most skilled swordsmen that served as her personal guard. This order would end up being one of the predecessors of the modern Chevaliers. Empress Genevieve ruled around the early Glory Age, making the Order of Chevaliers debatably around 800 years old at the start of Dragon Age Origins. Women in the ranks of the Chevaliers is still mostly unheard of, but weren't actually allowed until the Storm Age, after Sir Aveline's glorious death moved the soon-to-be Emperor Freyan enough to abolish the rule that women could not be knights. And that's honestly all we know about the history of the Order. Training. The Acadmie des Chevaliers in Valrio is where these knights train rigorously. They teach correct battle forms, the use of all armors and weapons, breathing control, battle techniques when wounded or bound, endurance, dexterity, how to fight off magic blasts and being poisoned, fighting off demons, darkspawn, and other unnatural foes, and the care and use of horses. Basically, if it could happen in battle, these knights trained for it. These lessons aren't always physical either. In fact, there is a lot of bookwork. Sir Massage de Chambin, oh boy, is a common author in the classroom with his book called A Meditation Upon the Use of Blades, which you can actually read bits of in Dragon's Inquisition as different codex entries. As talked about in the Masked Empire, during a young Chevalier's training, they rely heavily on forms for battle, and all of these seem to have some sort of silly names. The Dragon Age Wiki has a nice list of various forms mentioned in the book, and in other places as well, and actually one of them is a passive in the Dragon Age Inquisition weapon and shield skill tree. So fun facts. Besides the obvious battle skills, another important focus of the school is history, honor, and discipline. All students learn the history of the Order and battles, although as mentioned previously, at the moment we don't really know it. Honor is also drilled into their heads, to the point where it is considered the most important thing to a Chevalier, even over their life. Among their codes of honor are rules that forbid torture, and those that are dishonored are killed, a fate a Chevalier should actually welcome. To settle disputes of honor, or really just any argument, Chevaliers use duels. As seen in the Masked Empire, you typically salute your opponent and say death before dishonor, and then the fight starts. For those duels, no outside help is permitted and both fighters must use weapons of equal strength. For the most part, only those with noble bloodlines and the coin for tuition can join. In the nobility, joining the Chevaliers is a good way to improve low social standing among lower nobles, or children who are not able to gain anything from the family fortune. But there are ways around this rule. While the use of it is considered a scandal and a disgrace, and you do not want that leaking out, some commoners will buy their way in by the use of a scribe called Le Mage de Sang. While the name translates to blood mage and implies that the man is a blood mage, in reality he is known for his ability to produce legal-looking papers that confirm of a fictitious noble bloodline. Chevaliers are considered above the common people, and the commoners fear them, as this power often leads to many abuses. Reports of an informal test for a new knight involves getting drunk and getting in a fight with a city elf who apparently slighted a noble, usually killing their opponent. Once graduated, these knights are often referred to as Chevalier, Sir, or Dame, and often wear yellow feathers and hats and masks to show their status. And to end, a quick fun fact, Caprice coins, which you can collect during the quest Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts, were originally for Chevaliers. They would be given these coins by their patrons or even lovers, and with the more coins one has, the more favor they have collected. The knights could throw these coins into fountains as a bribe to Andraste to keep them safe, with the more coins you throw, meaning the more likely you are to be safe. Eventually this expanded from the Chevaliers and is now part of the grand game. And that, dear patrons, despite how small it was, is all that we know about Chevaliers. I hope that answered your question, mysterious person out there who wants to know about Chevaliers. If you still have lingering questions, proof that I'm wrong, comments about your own fan theory, feel free to tweet me at Gilderthon on Twitter or send a PM to user Galenon on Reddit. To rest your all.